pathetic streamer desperately tries to apologize after losing everything. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's go. This video is from more Pegasus channel.
Whole Hassan group situation. Basically, okay, we got a lot of updates to the whole Hassan group situation. Basically, Hassan's former head moderator, Frogan, has released a video on her YouTube channel responding.
Her name is already very funny. I always when I list Frogan, reminds me of frog. This is why, and yeah, she's also
Yeah. H3H3. And no joke, this might be the worst apology I've seen in a while. She talks about how her wishing death and PTSD on US veterans was actually her misspeaking on a live stream, despite literally double, triple downing on it, calling it base the next day.
So?
She talks about how empathetic she is
her.
towards H3H3 when her and a group of friends literally try to ruin his life and called CPS on his kids. We also have another pathetic streamer in Hassan's orbit named Denims, who also apologized for spreading the false rumors about H3H3's kids, but then somehow makes the situation about herself and plays victim. And then as usual, we have Hassan crashing out yet again, denying that the backlash...
What is this content cop? I'm seeing this a lot in my feed. In my homepage. I have no idea of what is that. I have no idea of what happens there. And I didn't try to understand that. If you guys can, I don't know, explain me this in the comments. I don't think you will be able to explain me everything related to content cop in the comments. I don't know. I know literally nothing about him, about it. I know nothing. Okay, nothing. So please, I know that you guys like to type essays for me in the comments, so I expect a whole essay on that. So yes, this is one I would like to read.
To the content cop is even real, saying that the dislikes are fake. He also defends the creepy psychopath Bad Empanada who simulated shooting Ethan's wife in a video game. But yeah, lots of updates, juicy episode, grab your snacks. We're gonna go over all of this one by one, starting with Frogan's new video, Frogan's response to Ethan Klein.
I think the content cop is
my
great.
Water.
I feel like Ian approached it in a way that nobody else does. He approached it with empathy, and, it was supposed to make people feel bad for Ethan.
So the purpose of the content cop was for people to feel bad for Ethan. Definitely not hate his guts and harass him and his family even more. I mean, you've got to be kidding me. The entire content cop was iDubbbz literally blaming Ethan for crashing out while leaving out the entire context that your friend group literally called CPS on his kids and sent him human skulls in the mail. The content cop had zero empathy, and you people acting like you're somehow caring when you're some of the most vile people on the planet is just crazy. Now, if you guys remember, the last time we talked about her, she was crying, melting down on stream, wondering if karma is real, asking people, what did I do to deserve this?
Yes, not always. Sadly, not always, but I'm glad you took yours. Yeah.
And here she continues on that point.
One of the main things, especially as content creators, people tend to dehumanize us and forget that we're living normal people just like you. So obviously, with so much pressure on the internet, both on myself, and I'm sure Ethan can relate to this too.
You know you're saying stupid right, Frogan? You know. It's not because people don't think we are human beings. It's because even in IRL, when you say it's stupid to other people, you receive stupid as answer, stupid reactions as answer too. So what would you expect when you're talking to a huge, too many people on the internet, and you'd say a lot of to these people, and you're expecting nothing, no reason at all for all these people that are listening to you? It's always the same. You're just escalating things because you're on the internet. You say stupid shit, you rip. It's simple as that. At least it's at least what should be happening to everyone. But yeah, that's not usually true in the majority of time, sadly.
It's fucking hell. It's hard to manage. It's hard to deal with. So I feel like Ian approached it in a way that was more so holding
This
a friend
is the hell
accountable
that you bitch
and
yourself.
in a softer way, and wanted to generate empathy for Ethan. Other people don't do that.
Yeah, I love how she talks about dehumanizing people. Meanwhile, Hassan and her group literally do this all the time. You
Oh my
completely
God.
dehumanize the other side so much to the point where you become utterly vile people. Hassan watches babies getting murdered and laughs and says they deserved it because they're from the other side and they're settlers. Literal babies. I mean, you gotta be a complete psychopath. And yeah, I
What
imagine the
the
backlash is
heck?
hard to
What
deal
the-
with when you wish US veterans PTSD and say they should all die and be denied healthcare, and then you double triple down on it, say that you want to recreate 9/11 with a birthday cake. I mean, I imagine it's hard to deal with the consequences of your own actions and your own words. Then she talks about her appearance in the Content Cop video.
I received a text asking to say something
hope
nice
you
about Ethan.
disappear from
and,
the
to be
internet,
honest,
in my opinion.
I thought
It's my
about it long
opinion.
and hard because I was like, this man does not deserve anything nice from me. But I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. Maybe it'll give me some closure. So I wrote a letter to Ethan and I read it off, and iDubbbz put it in the video, and this was Ethan's reaction to the video.
I bet you
will
would.
be reading my letter off because I don't want to sound robotic. H3 used to be the sports for good that I used to watch. I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the inspirations for me to start creating content, so all this has stunk. I hope you really hear this, and I wish you the best.
I think
Listen,
Thank you.
Rogan, she's so dumb that you almost can't be even mad at her.
She did wish us the best in the end. It almost felt like the nicest one of them all.
I think she was the only one being genuine,
Yeah.
actually. So I don't want to, whatever, just Rogan, just chill, okay? Just stop being an idiot and I'll stop talking about you. It's really simple math.
she's also by far the smallest creator of the bunch.
It's
Right.
simple.
I mean, is it even
it's
like
just
cool
simple
that he
as that,
included
for
her?
real.
Like she's just gonna get more shit for being
It's
involved.
not. It's not cool.
And, like,
on his
it's not-
behalf.
it's
he
total-
knows what like this entails.
This part made me laugh because it was very tone deaf.
Her using the word tone deaf is absolutely hilarious. Do you even hear yourself? Ethan is literally saying iDubbbz did you a disservice putting you in the video because you're gonna get a lot of backlash. What Ethan is doing is showing empathy here. He's talking about how it must be hard for you to deal with because you're a small creator and you're not used to all of this backlash. And he was right, you did end up crying on stream. So he's actually showing empathy here. Meanwhile, you just said that even the little nice thing you said about Ethan in the Content Cop, you didn't want to say it. You actually couldn't think of a single nice thing to say, so you didn't even mean it. I mean, how hypocritical can you actually be? Then she goes complete narcissist mode, talking about how the content nuke was about her and how she's not actually irrelevant.
It was very tone deaf, and he's acting like half of his content nuke wasn't about me. Half of the content nuke, the entire ending half, was about me. So if I'm so irrelevant and so uncool to include, why the f was I in your goddamn video?
Yeah, this is some crazy narcissism. Like, as I said, the only reason people talk about you is because you're a horrible person who says and does
yep.
horrible things. You're kind of like Johnny
seems
Somali,
like she
you know, just
still
a
has
broke,
a lot
pathetic,
to reap.
complete loser, and people only talk about you to make fun of you. And yes, you are completely irrelevant. Like, if you noticed, the last few
Exactly.
times I talked about her, I had to put Hassan Mod in the title or just some generic word like pathetic streamer. I've never actually used her name in a title because you get no views. Nobody knows who you are.
I think it's funny that you think me being in the iDubbbz video is what's going to cause this harassment. But in reality, it's you, Ethan. You're acting like you haven't spent the last year and a half doing everything in your power to put
You're so clearly desperate. You are so clearly desperate. Oh my god. Oh my god. How stupidity ends one's career.
push people
Yeah.
to bully and harass me, including weaponizing propaganda organizations such as the ADL to get me banned off Twitch because I made a joke about you not being able to say Habibi.
Oh yeah, the joke. You mean the literal racist tier list you made that ranked people from Arab to Jew? I mean, it
Oh, I remember this a long time ago. Oh my god, this was so terrible.
was
was
literally
disgusting.
against Twitch terms of service. You obviously deserve to be banned for that. But no, guys, I'm not dehumanizing people. But Jews, though, it's so disgusting. This is the person on Twitter calling you a Nazi, by the way. The irony is insane. Then she uses the classic Hamas piker tactic and accuses Ethan of being racist.
This next section is about the double standards of Ethan's thinking. Let's get started with this clip.
Personally, though, and I've seen Hassan do this before, is he's accused me of it. He goes, "Oh, you just hate Muslims." It's like, bro, can you actually just Can you actually please just respond to a real argument? Like, please, bro. You know, he just, like, you can't just sweep everything away by saying that. It's just not right. I have never, they accuse me of doing it. They go, oh, Ethan's just targeting Arab and Muslim creators. It's like, I have never one time mentioned her hijabi or brought any.
They always use the minority between huge quotes, because if there is one thing that they are not, are a minority, okay? I think they are not a minority anywhere at this point already. And you know what I mean by
identity
that.
into my criticism of them.
You haven't said anything about me being Muslim directly, but your ideas about Muslims are pretty obvious from what you say.
Okay, so she's popped up 2 tweets here as examples of Ethan being racist. Let's actually take a look at the tweets. Here is Ethan criticizing literal terrorists, and then the second tweet is Ethan playing a game called Twitch or Terrorist, where they basically flash a quote on screen and you have to guess if it was said by a Twitch streamer or a terrorist. And when you see quotes like America deserved 9/11, it's kind of hard to guess if that was a Twitch streamer or a terrorist, because, you know, it's so similar, which is why the game actually works in the first place. Then we get to the best part.
Oh
Frogan
my
says that she
God.
misspoke
Oh my
when she
God.
wished American veterans had PTSD.
The next thing I want to bring up are the double standards both Ethan and Gila have for themselves. Let's get started with this clip.
We misspoke. It didn't sound good. We immediately corrected ourselves. You know, that's how mature people do. That's how how you're supposed to handle yourself, isn't it? Like, what more do you want me to do?
I have no problem apologizing and admitting and whatever is needed when things happen.
This was in response to people bringing up how Gila said Yoav Gallant was a great guy, even though he's literally a war criminal and pro-genocide. I'm a live streamer as well. I know being live for hours and hours on end, you can misspeak, and that is exactly what happened whenever I said the thing about the U.S. military.
Oh, that's right. She just misspoke, guys,
No,
after double, triple
no,
downing on
no.
it the next day.
What is the problem with these people that they don't ever admit their fucking mistakes? What is the problem with assuming your mistakes, huh? It's just too simple. Just say you are wrong. People will tend to accept better. People will just maybe get over it and start watching you again or whatever. Maybe. Or at least some parts of it. But when you keep in denial, you won't lose, you won't rip. It's the same what's happened to Cinda right now. She's denying it. I mean, she's not denying, but she's throwing all the faults in her cheated on boyfriend. Yeah.
After she
Yeah,
literally
boy.
looked back on the clip after all of the backlash and still agreed with it. I mean, I gotta play the clip. I'm sorry.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTS. But like any other motherfucker, you're joining them, you're, oh my god, I want my Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, based? Based? Like, am I supposed to be?
Yeah,
am I supposed to be like?
looks like
I'm not walking back on it.
you're
I still
not
fucking agree with it.
Based? I'm not walking back on it, guys. I still agree with that. Meanwhile, now, I misspoke, guys. You know, you stream for 5 hours. You just don't know what you're saying. Also, boo-hoo, I hope you get PTSD and die. I mean, you can't make this up, guys.
Oh my god. I also want to thank you more Pegasus channel, because oh my god. I don't know how you could watch all of her content and not vomit and not, I mean, how you can go through all of this to make content? It's unreal. So thank you very much for making this video for real, because people like me that don't tolerate stupid things like this, like what she says all the time, because always when she opens her mouth, she only says bullshit. So people like me don't have to go through hours and hours of live stream. Thank you very much, more Pegasus.
This is just absolute cinema. Like, how do you encounter a person this absolutely disgusting?
What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude.
Then she compares her apology to Hila's apology.
Just, I want to explain it because people bring it up non-stop. I apologize for it right away. When Ethan made a video to address this on his Ethan Klein channel, I
Next day, I think
made
it
a
was.
quick appearance in that video just to say, I'm sorry, I misspoke. I shouldn't have called him a really good guy. Like, I don't know why I said it like that.
What more do you want from me? I did the same exact thing.
Okay, you can't be serious. So Hila immediately apologized the day after and did not double down like you did. It is completely different. If you went live the next day with actual remorse and said, I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was thinking. I was in the heat of the moment. I said something vile. I shouldn't have. I won't do it again. I don't agree with that. Then we wouldn't be here. People make mistakes all the time. It's fine. But every single action you've done to this date just doubles down on what you've said that time. And you obviously still believe it. And you routinely wish the worst on everyone you don't actually like. So I don't know. It's just not the same at all.
And to those who are constantly defending me and having my back, I appreciate you and thank you so, so much. You know, during a time like this, it feels like the damage has been done physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. But, you know, after a year and a half of harassment, it feels very calming that people are actually
Deserved harassment. Deserved harassment. Huh? Deserved harassment. You deserved that. You reap what you sow. You made... You made something terrible to deserve this, okay? You made something terrible to deserve this. So don't act like you're being a victim, because you are not.
finally on my side.
Who?
You are the whole
dreaming?
culprit.
Who is actually on your side? This is some Hassan level delusion, bro. 99% of people are.
Some people have problems in their lives because of the others, and some people like you cause problems to yourself when you shouldn't having any problems at all. But yeah, your decisions, your life,
Not
your
on
choices.
side. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's the complete echo chamber. I mean, if the only people you talk to are your little group of iDubbbz, Hassan, Denims, then yeah, I guess people are on your side. But if you ask any regular person on the internet or in real life, they will not like you. If they hear the things you've said, they will think you're a vile, disgusting person. And all of this damage you were talking about, I've been damaged physically. Like, the only physical damage been done to yourself is when you stuff yourself every day, let's be honest. You decided to yap on the internet, and you got criticized for it. Like, how is that other people's fault? Then she says her life is now hell because of all the backlash.
It's been a nightmare for me. To Ethan, if you're watching this for some reason, you've made my life hell. I will say that. You've made my life fucking hell.
No, you made your life a fucking hell. You did it yourself.
But at the end of the day, what I said at the end of the content cop still stands. I wish you the best.
Yeah, Ethan, I wish you the best, but also I want your kids taken away from you, and I'm gonna lie about you at every chance. You know, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm glad your life is hell. Like, you are one of the few people that actually deserve it. This pathetic excuse for an apology is not gonna change anyone's mind. You made my life hell. I'm sorry. Aren't you associating with people who call CPS and send human skulls? You didn't even mention that once, obviously, because that would make her look bad. Ian approaches Content Cup with empathy. Ian in the Content Cup claims Ethan needs a good ass
whoop. So stupid. And why Twitch defend people like Frogan so much? Why Twitch? Why you banned Tectone? Oh my god. Oh my god. Why? Why Twitch so
Plays the
stupid?
"Oh brother, this guy stinks" soundbite because the Seattle guy wouldn't go along with his dumb plan to lower Ethan's apology grade. Never gives context for the CPS stream. Says that Ethan has always been a light friend. Misrepresents his arguments about the tier list. Poses with the blatant swastika sword. Weaponizes Ethan's history of mental illness.
Someone please take off Clancy from that, please. It's more than time. It's more than time. Nothing changes. They always say that they are changing and blah blah blah. Nothing changes at all there.
Turned a segment where
Nothing
you're supposed to
changed at
say
all.
something nice about Ethan into a personalized therapy session where he cries on camera because people don't like his wife. Dropped a video a month after he said on the podcast he didn't want to get involved with drama. I don't even like Ethan, but his content cut was so blatantly in bad faith and gaslighting that it baffles me anybody could have liked it after sitting down to watch it. Exactly, that's like most of our takes, honestly. I have no problem apologizing, doesn't apologize. Anyways, we gotta move on to the Denim's apology now. This is the woman who made fun of R-word victims and denied SA happening because they were Israeli, and, you know, humanizing them is not at all allowed. First, Ethan points out how Denim's called his wife a baby killer.
Who literally calls my wife a baby killer.
I've literally never called your wife a baby killer.
What
Just
the
to like
heck?
bring her back to reality for a second.
I mean, having the queen is cell
You
phoning.
opened the
Guys,
dude.
the IDF member is bringing us back to reality. Okay? The IDF member is bravely taking a break from killing unarmed children to bring us back to reality.
Now she did
Sorry,
say children.
terror babies, terror babies.
No, she called them
terror
terror babies.
Sorry.
Yeah. I see you were trying to be generous there.
Yeah, so just for some context to show how deranged this is, Ethan's wife, Ela, was a secretary. She wasn't on the front lines, like gunning down people or something. She was serving mandatory military service. There's a bunch of countries in the world where if you're born there, you have to enlist in the military. Now, you don't have to actually go in on the front lines and shoot people, and that's not what Ela did. She had a desk job. She was a secretary. These people are so unhinged, they'll try to dehumanize anyone who disagrees with them and then lie about it. Now, Ethan talks about her quote-unquote apology, where she apologizes for literally lying about Ethan's kids.
Oh, well, what about the
And
Denim's
put
apology?
quote-unquote on
She
that.
did a quote-unquote apology.
All right. Well, that's actually.
I'm obviously
I'm
embarrassed
glad to
by
hear
that
that.
clip of me talking about poop. I obviously don't want people to watch it.
Wait, you don't like that one? What about the one of you saying children
Oh
can't
my
remember?
God.
Let's hear her out.
Okay. I've
Stop
watched
cutting
the
her
clip
out.
already. That's why I'm getting triggered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you're streaming it for everybody to see.
Sorry?
And it's embarrassing and it's mean-spirited. It's like, hey man, I'm sorry. You know what?
Sorry? I'm mean-spirited for showing you
Crazy ass day.
talking about my kids eating shit. You're the victim of that. She's the victim
That's
of watching a bad empanada video and talking about my kids.
How people cannot realize what they say. What to say about this? Words come out of her mouth, and it doesn't matter if it was a second later or 10 days later, she will deny it. And she will fake the reality. She will shape the reality at her will and say, oh, I didn't say that. It doesn't matter if it is recorded or not. These people have some problems in their brains. Seriously, this is a very narcissistic stuff here. Right
Kids
here.
eating dog shit. You're the victim.
Yeah, you don't understand, Ethan. She is the victim here. Everything is actually about her. After lying about Ethan's kids and leading to CPS being called on them, she says she's embarrassed about that clip. Oh my god, Ethan, why are you still showing the clip? We're past that. I mean, maybe don't flip and lie about people, you absolute freak. And then she doubles down again, saying that she only did it because Ethan
Exactly.
called her the B word.
You know what? You're right. It was mean-spirited that I showed people that clip. You're
Okay.
right. It was.
It sounds like she's being sarcastic anyway.
But
Okay.
that's after you called me like a bitch fucking 20 times and like,
Oh, come on. First of all, even if I just maliciously out of nowhere called you a bitch, does that justify lying about my children eating dog shit that led to the CPS coming to my house? Are we fucking insane? Of course, I didn't call you a bitch in a vacuum. I called you that for telling Israeli survivors that they're liars.
Yeah, so if somebody swears at you, you're allowed to lie about their kids eating dog shit and have their kids taken away from them. That is a totally proportionate reaction to somebody swearing at you. Ladies and gentlemen, another one of Hassan's best friends right here. Just some of the most moral people on the planet, actually. And you know, I have to ask you guys genuinely, right? After seeing all the videos I've made and just showing how completely unhinged these people are, how do they still have a following? Like, is politics really that bad where you can ignore all of this blatant, disgusting shit just because it's your side? Can you not have nuance and say, okay, These people may be on my side, but they're taking it way too far, and I can't support this. Like, I know you guys get it, and most people in my comments get it, but occasionally you'll get that one comment from that fucking psychopathic Hassan fan who's just still brainwashed in this cult. And I don't know, I guess you guys need to tell them, like, shut the hell up, you know? I don't know.
You're right. I'm sorry for what I've done to you, but I didn't do it for no reason. I did it because of all this other stuff that you had done first.
I'm sorry, not
but that
sorry,
makes her sound
right?
even crazier. You don't lie about people's kids and have CPS go to their house because somebody was mean to you. Do you not see how psychotically insane, how warped and broken your brain is? Holy shit.
It is. It
She
is.
sounds like a little kid. You did it
See,
first.
it is. It really.
Call me names.
If
you
she's a
want to say
grown
I'm
kid,
an
exactly
you already
that.
did. You don't talk about my kids eating dog shit. Call me a bitch, call me a douche, whatever, you know what I mean? That would be the same. What a psychopath.
I mean, I gotta agree, this is psychopath behavior. No normal person actually does this, and I'm glad the internet is realizing this, because I've been a day one Hassan hater and Hassan groupie hater, and I've been trying to show everybody how insane these people are, and I'm partly glad that they keep getting more unhinged day by day, so regular people can see them for what they truly are, you know? Anyways, moving on to Hassan, you know, just denying reality in front of him, just melting down about the dislikes on the video.
Yeah, 6 million views in
Don't
5
tell
days, by the
me.
way.
This
What a
is what they
flop
do
this was,
best.
huh? God damn. The like-dislike ratio ain't good. Yeah, the dislike ratio counter is not correct. It can only make a assumption on what it is. The extension is not accurate. I think a lot of people just want to feel like it's valid to convince themselves that this is like a dud or something, and that there isn't a lot of people that are not on Ethan's side on this.
That's right, the 500k dislikes on iDubbbz' video, completely fake. It's actually a 99% positive like ratio, guys. All the people who hate Hassan just don't exist. Fake, bots, all the videos I've made that have a 99% like ratio hating on Hassan and his group friends, yeah, they're all fake. You guys are all fake as well. Anyways, if you thought Hassan couldn't get worse, here he is defending Bad Empanada,
Yes,
the
I'm not
psychopathic
here.
creep who wanted to
not
kill
here
Ethan's
when
wife
I
in a video
react to-
game.
Like, that's why he's mad.
A positive one.
Like, Bad Empanada behaves in an insane way, just like Ethan behaves in an insane way. That's it. And you can't deal with someone giving back the same level of smoke to you. Like, he'll be like, Bad Empanada played that, you know, the Al Aqsa game or whatever, the role reversal Palestinian game.
Role reversal game has to be the top 10 most unhinged things I've ever heard. Very rational, Hassan, as always. So, you know, hypothetically, if somebody made a game specifically where they were searching for Frogan to hypothetically Minecraft pickaxe in-game, obviously, that is completely okay. That is not psychotic at all, right? I just love how Hassan has so few supporters now that he has to resort to getting help from absolute deranged lunatics like Bad Empanada. It's just funny how desperate he is at this point. Anyways, quick bonus clip of Hassan being a massive hypocrite.
I like that immediately. The first thing is like, let's remove this photo, please. Like, it's always policing content. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you don't say that.
Policing
Oh my
content.
Where else have I
God. These
heard
people
that?
so stupid.
Didn't you participate in a fucking series called Content Cop?
I was just thinking
You want
the
to
same
talk to me about policing content? You fucking dipshit, dude. Look in the goddamn mirror.
Anyways, click this video or Frogan comes to your house, ransacks your fridge, and
But before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank you all my patrons that support my work here on YouTube, and especially my Three-Tailed Fox Time members, Heath Rowell and Fenny Sylvy, for the incredible support to my work. You guys are amazing. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon, link is in the description below. Hell no, please. Hell no, don't say that. Thank you more Pegasus for the video. I don't know how you can survive doing this. I can't. I just can't. I just can't stand Frogan and her friends. I just can't. Okay, it's just they are ridiculous. It's disgusting. So thank you for making this video, explaining a lot. I guess I have now a better idea about contentcop too that I had no idea at all. Maybe because I didn't see Frogan there until I see in your video. I realized Frogan was dead too. Now I have a better understanding of what happened, probably everything already. Thank you everyone who watched. I hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my links below: Patreon, Discord server, and consider becoming a Patreon member for $5 a month. Helps a lot. If you don't like Patreon for some reason, consider becoming a YouTube member then. Don't forget to hype the video. It's free. And I see you guys in the next one. Bye!